In the book of Revelation, the Apostle John witnessed a powerful vision of the end times, where the seals of a scroll were opened one by one. As the sixth seal was broken, John saw a dramatic and terrifying scene: the arrival of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, each bringing their own brand of devastation to the earth. The first horseman rode a white horse, carrying a bow and wearing a crown. He rode out as a conqueror, bent on victory. This rider represents conquest and power, often interpreted as the rise of false peace, or a conquering ruler who brings chaos in their wake. The second horseman, on a red horse, carried a great sword. His mission was to take peace from the earth and cause people to slay one another. This rider symbolizes war and bloodshed, as violence and conflict spread across the world. The third horseman rode a black horse and carried a pair of scales in his hand. A voice from the midst of the living creatures cried out, warning of a famine: "A quart of wheat for a day's wages, and 3 quarts of barley for a day's wages." This rider signifies famine and scarcity, where food becomes scarce and prices soar, leading to economic hardship and suffering. The fourth and final horseman rode a pale horse, and his name was Death. Hades, the place of the dead, followed close behind him. This rider brought death and destruction through various means: pestilence, wild beasts, and natural disasters. His reign symbolized the end of life, as a quarter of the earth's population perished. Together, these four horsemen represent a world in turmoil: conquest, war, famine, and death sweeping across the globe. The vision paints a vivid picture of the suffering that will mark the end of times, where judgment and wrath will fall on the earth. Yet, even in this terrifying scene, there's a reminder that God is in control. The opening of the seals is part of His divine plan to ultimately bring about justice and the fulfillment of His promises. The four horsemen are part of the unfolding story of God's judgment, but also the hope of renewal and restoration through the coming of Christ. This vision serves as both a warning and a call to repentance, urging people to turn toward God and prepare for the ultimate victory that is to come.